From the internet making fun of Micahel Chandler again, all the way to some memes about Kamaru Usman whistling, which you have to see. One of the funniest things we've ever seen that I can't believe hasn't been memed more in MMA culture. Today we are going to recap everything from you that kind of hit the Explore page. We gathered a bunch of things that people were talking about over the past week or so within the MMA community. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's start off with a post by Connor Burks over here. Max Holloway seeing the news that Ilia Topuria is moving up to lightweight. These are the types of memes that are good. But honestly, guys, once we get to the Kamaru Usman one, you guys got to see that so much better. I can't believe that this is a real picture of Max Holloway. I can't believe that he ever made weight. Like, you see pictures, and excuse me if you can hear my notification over there, guys. I can't believe that we see pictures like this and, like, people actually make weight without dying. And Max Holloway just did it over and over again. A little bit more of the same over here. I love this. I love this. And what do you call it? Like, it's that war meme, you know what I'm talking about? Ilia and the Rose. Oh, man. It still makes me sad to think about, man. It still makes me sad to think about, to be honest with you. On a generational level run when it comes to MMA memes, thank you for your work in the trenches. Guys, MMA, and I will stand on this, MMA has some of the greatest memes in the entirety of the internet. Like, no matter what niche you dive into, I love the MMA culture and the MMA memes. Hate instant rematches, but man, this one would have been nice. I love how everybody's actually just talking about Max Holloway. Max Holloway getting another fight because... And you know what else is great about it, too? Is everybody just denying that it happened. Like, Ilia Topuria didn't knock out Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria didn't knock out Alexander Volkanovski. It's like, yeah, I don't know why people are talking about Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway getting finished when, quite frankly, that fight never even happened. This might sound crazy, but Topuria will find it tough up here. I would even consider him a legend if he beats Charles Oliveira. Let's see how this plays out. I might be wrong. I don't know, man. He seems to be that good. And plus, I know it's a popular thing to say now since Lucas Tracy started saying it, but it's completely accurate, and it's getting popular for that reason. Lighter man skill absolutely does exist in Ilia Topuria. There's no way at this point you can say fraud check because he knocked out both Alexander Volkanovski, Max Holloway, beat Josh Emmett the way he did, beat Bryce Mitchell the way he did. Like, the dude seems like he actually has GOAT status material, and I think he'll do well. I think I would pick Islam Makhachev over him, but I think he'd beat some lightweights over here, okay? Fun fact. Taylor Swift once admitted in her hit single Blank Space, it was written about her breakup with UFC heavyweight Hamdi Abdul Wahab. Yeah, look at this. So, is this... How many views? This got 193.6 thousand views. That's crazy. I hope that meme sticks around, guys. Please, please keep that one alive. That's actually so funny. Goat CF would never fumble the bag like that. So true. So true. I actually think it would have been a little bit funnier with... Shamil the Blob Gaziev. There we go. Lucas Tracy with another saying over here. This is fake. She wrote the song about Charles Dirty. Sorry. Oh, this is fake. She wrote the song about Charles Dirty Dick Del Bronx when he broke up with her. It is insane. And like, guys, MMA AI memes, I don't know about you guys. I think they're so good. Like, look how good that looks, man. That's actually Charles Oliveira. Like, the Taylor Swift picture could be better, to be honest with you. But, like, look how good Charles Oliveira looks. I need to learn how to do this, man. I need to learn how to do this because I don't know if it's just, like, a Gronk prompt. I don't know how they get it to look so realistic. I need to figure that out. We need to make it some more MMA memes for you guys, okay? Oh, okay. Now, this is what I included. If you guys are new to the channel over here, we have these clips gathered for us so we kind of get an authentic reaction. And if there's a couple things that I come out there that I see throughout the week that I want to include, I bookmark them. I keep them down. This was one of them. I was like, oh my god, I need to talk about this as soon as possible. I don't know if you guys seen this. Kamaru Usman whistling. It's one of the best things that I cannot believe that hasn't been memed in the community more. Listen to this.
I'm gonna eat him out.
Pause.
I mean, I don't know how else you want to.
Flag on the play.
I've never seen anybody even attempt to whistle like that.
I mean, I don't know.
Look at that, man.
How else you want to.
I can't believe he's actually making a whistle sound like that. Like, what was... Okay, hang on. How was he doing it? Let's see.
I mean,
So he was just grabbing his bottom lip like that. Like, how do you whistle like that? Hang on. I can't make... I'm actually trying, guys. Like, I'll try to give it one more shot. He scrunches his lips a little bit, too. Hang on, like this. Like, he brings him up a little bit. Nothing. I got nothing for you guys. Like, it's... I can't believe that people haven't used that phrase more. Hey, yo, there's so much going on in this clip. It's so true. And like, yeah, the central focus wasn't Henry Cejudo saying what he just said. Leon rewired my goat's brain. Unfortunately. This is what I'm talking about over here. Interesting technique. Who whistles like that? I've never seen anybody try to whistle like that. Hang on. Is his thumb up there? Like, is it pushing his lip up at the side here? Guys, you have no idea how much I've watched that clip the first time. Hang on. One more time.
I'm gonna eat him out.
Pause.
I mean,
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. You guys have no idea how many times that I've watched that. The question is, who taught him like that? That Leon has done some real damage. Yeah, I don't know. Like, did he figure it out, or is this somebody that can actually like whistle really well and actually taught Kamaru Usman how to whistle like that? Let's continue on though over a post by Happy Punch. Israel Adesanya randomly got cooked while sitting at a bar last night. I have seen this clip. I don't know if you guys have, but check it out.
Wait, okay. Describe my last fight in 3 words.
And Israel Adesanya, of course, like, we can't take this too seriously. Like, I mean, not that there really is anything to take seriously about it, but Israel is clearly, like, intoxicated.
Wash, retire, loser.
Yeah, like, this is all funny, and, like, it depends on the fighter, man, but with the person that we've seen Israel Adesanya be, I have trouble actually seeing him, like, being genuine and laughing about that, okay? He's handling it pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, I mean, like, at least he's laughing about it. We can only take it at face value, but this is more of what I'm seeing from Israel Adesanya. I believe that's how he feels on the inside. I don't see him, like, laughing at those types of jokes, but of course, I don't know Israel Adesanya in real life. It's tough to say. He might be happy at this point in his career. Bro lost a chance to say, I beat that guy one time. It would have been so much funnier if he actually said that. And when people start joking around like that, like Chael Sonnen did that perfectly. Whenever he lost, he would like start joking around about it. And then people like didn't make fun of him. And all of a sudden, people are still to this day. And how long has it been since Chael Sonnen retired? How long has it been since Chael Sonnen's been in the UFC? People are still talking about being the undefeated GOAT of the sport. Greatest of all time, never even lost a round. People are still talking about that. So I actually think that fighters need to be a little bit better when they lose. Like Billy Quarantillo, like that guy loses very, very well. He makes it funny. Let's continue on over to casual MMA. The alcohol and cigarettes diet. Yeah, I noticed that actually. And I mean, it could just be a case of losing weight or him getting a little bit older. But then again, like his face kind of did look old now that I'm looking at a comparison over here. I would imagine this is a healthy change. I don't really see an issue with it. Like, unless like, I hope nothing's wrong with Keith Peterson, to be honest with you. Dog, he's probably not doing well physically. This ain't cool. Okay. Okay, wow. Casual MMA back at it over here. With the problem is we don't know. We don't know. I could see this being the case as well, but I also could see him like actually just losing weight and actually looking good because he looks old here now that I'm looking at it, and he also looks old here. I'm just hoping the best. Like, hopefully he just lost weight, and hopefully there's actually nothing going on with him. Keith Peters Slim. Let's keep that going. That's actually pretty funny. Let's keep that going. Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz approves of that weight loss, I guess, eh? He was drinking and smoking before his weight loss. Keith doing well. Oh my God. I was just about to sit here and actually say to you guys, well, that's nice. I didn't know he was drinking and smoking. I actually completely forgot about. Wow. That one almost went way over my head. Let's continue on though, guys. Ariel Helwani posted this, and it was a clip that we'll take a look exactly what it is instead of recapping what Ariel Helwani to say about that. Ariel Helwani, Michael Chandler talking about this. I've seen this. I don't know if you guys have seen this because people are making fun of Michael Chandler yet again.
Is Connor a part of them at all? Is it possible 2025 is the year?
Connor's always a part of it, man. I mean, it's going to be one of those deals where, you know, I'm the name. His road back to the UFC goes through me. It goes.
And he keeps saying that. I don't know if that's the case. I would imagine if Conor McGregor just went like, I don't know, I want Paddy Pimblett, then he would fight Paddy Pimblett. I mean, I just made that name up. He could just pick anyone insignificant too. I'm sure Conor McGregor could fight them. I know a lot of people are looking at this and saying, Michael Chandler, just drop it, let it go. He's not giving the fight. This guy loves Conor. I think a lot of people are being dishonest and saying that if they were in Michael Chandler's position, they wouldn't like want the Conor fight and keep pursuing it. I don't care that Michael Chandler wants a Conor fight, and I don't blame him for wanting the Conor fight.
Straight through Nashville, Tennessee, and Michael Chandler. We've got to finish the Ultimate Fighter 31. That is the UFC's sentiment. I think it's even his sentiment. We've tweeted a little bit back and forth here and there. He said, I'm a man of my word. Well, if you're a man of your word, then there's only one guy that you're going to fight when you come back to the
I would have trusted that in like the old Conor McGregor, not the Conor McGregor at this state, to be honest with you.
UFC, the guy who had a contract with your name on it, the guy who signed on the dotted line and still to this day has never missed weight and never pulled out of a fight. So could be 2025.
I don't think it's ever at this point, guys. And I'm with the rest of the MMA community on this one. I don't think at this point Conor McGregor is ever going to come back and ever fight again. The dude's already talking about fighting in bare knuckle, not even the UFC.
Be this summer, could be this fall, could be this winter, could be 2026. I don't know. All I know is, as you can see by the decisions that I'm making and the moves that I'm making, fought Charles Oliveira in November, and here we are just 3 months removed from that, and I'm in camp getting ready to fight Paddy Pimblett.
And that's what I like to see. He's still holding on to the Conor McGregor fight. He is going to, according to the UFC, according to Chandler, that he's going to get the fight if Conor ever decides to come back. But I like that he's not wasting the rest of the career, and I like that he's still being active trying to fight.
April in Miami.
In your heart of hearts, what are you feeling now these days? Does it ever happen?
Heart of hearts is tough, man, because I think heart of hearts says that Conor is coming back at some point.
I don't believe that. I can't. I can't. Like, look at Conor McGregor, man. I think we would have seen him.
But if I'm a betting man, if I'm using my brain,
there you go.
I wouldn't put money on it. But that's where I'm at today. Right now, obviously, I'm focused on a blonde dude from Liverpool.
And he needs to win that fight, man. He is in a position where he absolutely must win that fight against Paddy Pimblett.
I think my heart of heart says I'm not. My heart of heart says I'm not sure for sure, but Conor's got to come back to his first love. The one thing that has given him every single shiny object that he is currently chasing and taking all these side quests and side jobs and all these different things, every single thing that he has can be tied back in some way or another to the UFC, the opportunity that they gave him.
Yes, that's true, but why does that mean that he's going to fight Michael Chandler next? That's where I'm confused. He doesn't have to fight Michael Chandler. He's probably going to pick the easiest fight. I mean, like, Michael Chandler is a decent matchup for him. I can't see Conor McGregor beating anybody at this point, like even like the bottom of the barrel lightweight.
The push that they gave him, and does he want his legacy to be, yeah, my last fight I broke my leg and I touted the greatest comeback in combat sports history. I fooled everybody for a couple of years and then signed on the dotted line to fight Michael Chandler.
That's better than getting humiliated by Michael Chandler. That's better than getting dunked on your head. That's better than getting knocked out and finished. That's better than coming in looking like a drunk and a shell of the fighter that you once were. Yeah, that's better than actually coming back and getting humiliated.
And then pulled out of the fight, never to return again. I don't think he wants his legacy to be that. Then again, I haven't walked a mile in that man's shoes, so I'm not going to say what he is thinking.
I would imagine that Conor McGregor would love to relive that glory, but I just don't think it's possible.
But my heart of heart says he's coming back at some point. But if I was a betting man, I ain't putting money on it.
Ooh. So yeah, that's I like to see that Chandler has been moving on from that fight, and everybody has just been roasting Michael Chandler about it. Like this one of the top replies. I'm so sick of this loser. Everybody is hating Michael Chandler. We've made videos on the channel before about how I feel about Michael Chandler. I understand why everybody doesn't like him, but I'm kind of neutral on Michael Chandler. I hate how much he cheats in the octagon, but I just, other than that, I don't care. A lot of the things that come out of his mouth is actually proper. Like, it just, people don't like that it's scripted, you know. You get my point, okay? Conor going to be tweeting some real abuse soon. And unfortunately, from what I've seen, he has not. And I'm sure that we would have heard about it. And a little bit shocking, to be honest with you, but it was a good call. This guy can't breathe without mentioning McGregor. Literally, him signing a contract to fight McGregor was the peak of his life. Bro, go jack off or something, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Ariel Helwani, and there you go. He was asked the question that he didn't decide to mention Conor. Stop saying this for impressions. A lot of people have just think that Michael Chandler lives for Conor McGregor. Through those 2 years that he was waiting, I'm sure like he technically kind of did live for Conor McGregor, but I know that Michael Chandler is probably has other things in his life going on than thinking about Conor McGregor all day, every day. But when he has a fight with Conor McGregor building up, like, what else do you want him to talk about? Regardless, let's continue on to Nina Drama. I've seen this clip. Caption this, blooper from my recent comedy skit with UFC champion Alex Pereira. Here we go. Nina Drama doing what Nina Drama does. Check it out.
Nina.
Even better.
I don't understand how you can have your boyfriend as a cameraman and allow that. But I know a lot of people are also going to go, well, what are you going to do to Alex Pereira? He has to, he has to love a good cucking, like it doesn't make any sense otherwise, okay? Have you ever been told by an MMA fighter before? Again, memes on top. Why do we include this one? Okay. Blaine Grant. Nina, you're so amazing, talented, kind, smart, and beautiful. Never stop putting all the smiles and all the faces of your fans. You're a treasure and I'll always be your #1 fan. All right, Blaine. All right. Well, awesome. That's really nice. Oh, it's like the only nice comment that's probably under there. You really let a dude touch your butt and you're married. Jesus Christ, come on. And I don't even dislike you. That's the things that people actually end up disliking her for. It's that and like pretending that she just constantly makes everybody mad when in reality everybody just kind of shakes her head over there. It's crazy. Like the dude's filming that. The dude's okay with that. It's wild, okay? Let's continue on to something. And I did see this. This is pretty cool, okay? Matt Brown has been talking about his retirement and open up. We have a whole thread to take a look at over here, okay? Had a great feedback from my recent thread on how I went from a nobody loser to the UFC record holder, but why did I not become champion? This is a thread on all the things I did wrong and all the things that stalled my success. First mistake I set my goals too low. Just being in the UFC seemed like such an amazing accomplishment at that time. Being champion seemed too high of a goal. The longer I fought, the more I realized that I set my goals too low, and the truth is, I had low self-esteem. That's actually crazy for a UFC fighter who seemingly was afraid of nothing in Matt Brown. And I love this, and I've seen Matt Brown open up before. Matt Brown, guys, if you haven't been following the channel, he is one of my favorite fighters of all time, so it's nice to see this. Let's continue on. I told myself it was humility, but the truth is it was low self-esteem. I rarely went to a UFC fight believing that I belonged there until later in my career. I felt blessed to be there, and I used to say, I'll do my best. Now I say, fuck your best, do what's necessary. I get that, but I don't think he was necessarily wrong for being blessed to be in the UFC. I get what he means there. On that note, humility is promoted by our society, teachers, etc., and it is arguably an important trait to have. But it is also very important to understand the difference between humility and low self-esteem in ourselves and not confuse the two. This led to issue, putting in too much emphasis on winning and losing. When self-esteem is fucked, you tend to think the fix is to win. Your identity is attached to wins and losses in competition rather than being defined by your actual human traits like character, integrity, etc., which led to the issue, pessimism. I was often too pessimistic about the outcomes because I, again, cared too much about the outcome. It created enormous pressure that isn't based in reality. This, many times, manifests itself into the real world, usually in a bad way. Another mistake was gym hopping, looking for external answers, thinking that the grass will be greener. Best quote ever from Musashi: there is nothing outside yourself that can make you better, richer, stronger, or faster. Everything is within, seek nothing outside yourself. Lastly, all of those issues combined led me to overanalyzing my opponents. My belief now is that there is a balance. Know about your opponent, but focus on yourself and prepare. Prepare based on a few things. He's a southpaw, wrestler, BJJ guy, etc., but keep the focus internal. If you guys like this, I can break down the lessons learned, how I have personally utilized the learned lessons, and what I have done to fix the issues. Fix is in quotations because issues like these are never fixed. They just got better or worse. Overall lesson learned, fighting, like life, business, etc., truly is a mental game. Your physical ability is where it starts, but your mental ability is where it ends. You are your own worst enemy, and you are also the only soldier with the means to defeat the enemy. I love pretty well all of that, and I love the fact that Matt Brown actually opened up about that. It's cool what he's been doing, man, because I read another thread by him. Perhaps we can take a look at that. I really like that, and he gave some pretty good advice. The only thing that I personally, and it's a little tough to say because I'm not an accomplished fighter like Matt Brown, obviously, right? But I disagree with gym hopping to an extent. I believe that these fighters that just constantly like, oh, I lost, let's change gyms. That's the wrong way to go about it. But there are other gyms that you can explore, other people that you can train with, that you can take away new things that a gym perhaps wouldn't have been able to teach you. Other than that, I actually like what Matt Brown had to say about everything. But Cub Swanson also replied to that just with clapping. So Cub Swanson also agrees with that. Cub Swanson and Matt Brown, both some of my favorite fighters of all time. Amazing thread. Awesome that you're so open with your thoughts and reflection. More threads like this, please. Yeah, I personally, as a fan of Matt Brown, would like to see more threads like that, and perhaps we'll cover them. Let's continue on to something crazy, guys. Crazy. Taylor Lapilus has been removed from the UFC roster despite going 3-1 since his 2023 return. This is the second time Lapilus has been let go from the promotion on a 3-1 run. That's unbelievable. Lapilus seemed like he had such a bright future. And I there's nothing else to say besides, like, I don't like when the UFC does this type of stuff, and I wish the best for Taylor Lapilus moving forward. Hopefully he gets signed by an awesome promotion. And of course, he won't really be missed. Unfortunately, kind of true. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to miss him as well. But when he was in the octagon, he performed, and I enjoyed his work, and I respect him as an athlete, man. It's crazy that somebody like that got let go. Didn't see this one coming. Not the most entertaining fighter, but at least was getting wins. Yeah, and he looked like he could have, like, broken into the rankings, too. That's up for debate, but, like, he's not one of those fighters that's like, no future over there. I don't know, like, well, you know, let's get rid of him. That's crazy. I just think it is. The Weasel also piped up and had this to say. They cut an actual good fighter on a 2-fight win streak because he's boring. Soon enough, they're going to start doing ladder matches. They've been leaning more towards entertainment than sport. Unfortunately, as much as I love the UFC, I still kind of have to agree with this. It's tough, man. I just feel bad for somebody like Taylor Lapilus. Somebody who's been putting in the work, winning against great opponents. Like, you gotta feel for the dude, man. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. After last weekend's card, a new meme was born. Asu Almabayev running away from Manel Cap. Pretty good meme. I'm still big on the Chelsea Chandler meme myself. That one is a little bit better. This one's good too. Meet the new meme, same as the old meme. Yep, this one was better too. The way that Stipe is running after him with his hands down is even better. Okay. Oh, is this one better than the Chelsea Chandler one? I don't know. I think they might be equal. They're both so good. We better see it. Me home alone, my meat. It's an okay meme. We could do better. Is there better to take a look at? I like this one better. Wow. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think this one has meme potential. I don't know about you guys. I don't really love this one myself. It's just showing an eye poke, but there is another reply over here. There we go. Chelsea Chandler running away. Just like, I can't believe that she actually ran like this. Like, just straight away from her opponent. So funny. But guys, we do have many, many more UFC clips to take a look at. UFC memes, things have been going around the MMA community. Why don't you check out our last video that we did, the same kind of style. I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching and spending your time over here. Take care, everybody.